Hello, everybody. Happy Saturday. Good morning. I hope you are all doing fantabulous. We are hitting track number 6 of Taylor Swift's new album, The Tortured Poets Department, and this track is titled, But Daddy, I Love Him. Okay, we're going to go through the words here. I forget how the West was won. I forget if this was ever fun. I just learned these people only raise you to cage you. Sarah's and Hannah's in their Sunday best, clutching the pearls, sighing, what a mess. I just learned these people try to save you, 'cause they hate you. Too high a horse for a simple girl to rise above it. They slammed the door on my whole world, the one thing I wanted. Now I'm running with my dress unbuttoned, screaming, but Daddy, I love him. I'm having his baby. No, I'm not, but you should see your faces. I'm telling him to floor it through the fences. No, I'm not coming to my senses. I know he's crazy, but he's the one I want. Dutiful daughter. All my plans were laid. Tendrils tucked into a woven braid. Growing up precocious sometimes means not growing up at all. He was chaos. He was revelry. Bedroom eyes like a remedy. Soon enough the elders had convened down at City Hall. Stay away from her. Saboteurs protested too much. Lord knows the words we never heard. Just screeching tires and true love. Now this is a repeat. And I'm running with my dress unbuttoned, screaming, but Daddy, I love him. I'm having his baby. No, I'm not, but you should see your faces. I'm telling him to floor it through the fences. No, I'm not coming to my senses. I know he's crazy, but he's the one I want. I'll tell you something right now. I'd rather burn my whole life down than listen to one more second of all this bitching and moaning. I'll tell you something about my good name. It's mine alone to disgrace. I don't cater to all these vipers dressed in empath's clothing. God save the most judgmental creeps who say they want what's best for me, sanctimoniously performing soliloquies I'll never see, thinking it can change the beat of my heart when he touches me and counteract the chemistry and undo the destiny. You ain't gotta pray for me. Me and my wild boy and all of this wild joy. If all you want is gray for me, then it's just white noise. And it's just my choice. There's a lot of people in town that I bestow upon my fakest smiles. Scandal does funny things to pride, but brings lovers closer. We came back to when the heat died down. Went to my parents, and they came around. All the wine moms are still holding out, but fuck them, it's over. Now I'm dancing in my dress in the sun, and even my daddy just loves him. I'm his lady. And oh my God, you should see their faces. Time, doesn't it give some perspective? And no, you can't come to the wedding. I know he's crazy, but he's the one I want. I'll tell you something right now. You ain't got to pray for me and my wild boy, and all of this wild joy. He was chaos. He was revelry. If all you want is gray for me, then it's just white noise, and it's my choice. Screaming, but Daddy, I love him. I'm having his baby. No, I'm not, but you should see your faces. But oh my God, you should see your faces. He was chaos. He was revelry. This song, other than obviously taking a very well-known 35 plus year phrase from one of the biggest Disney animated films ever, The Little Mermaid, I really don't. I mean, she's somebody who says, I'm a Christian. I'm from Tennessee. I live in Tennessee. I'm a Tennessee Christian. And those are not Christian values. This is speaking like a true atheist. And not that it matters to me what her religious anything is, or how she sees religion or spirituality. But the fact that she says so much, this is like very broken, demonic type of thing to say. You don't gotta pray for me. No Christian, no true Christian person, or even Catholics, what have you, anybody that truly has a relationship with God and Jesus Christ is not going to say, you ain't got to pray for me. That is straight up an atheist thing to say or to think. and a Christian putting these words in her songs would be blasphemy. Because this would go, her making songs saying, oh, it's just words, it's just songs that I'm making. It doesn't have any true meaning. It's just me making up things, making up perspectives, making up fake relationships to write about, and fake scenarios to write about. Her doing that would still be blasphemy, because you are not holding true to your religion as a Christian and the fundamentals of what being a Christian is, and what the values and the morals and the ethics of being a Christian is. When people genuinely know you and love you and they say that they want what's best for you, it doesn't mean that you have to take into consideration their opinion, their words, or anything that they're saying about you and your relationship, your future, what you're doing, what you're not doing, your choices, your words, behaviors, all of it. You don't have to take that into consideration. But when somebody genuinely says, I love you, I care about you, I want what's best for you, and they come to you and say something about, this person maybe isn't good for you, nobody is saying that because they're being hateful, because they're a viper. If you're not truly an empath, you cannot sit there and tell what somebody dressed up in empath's clothing looks like. Because if you're truly an empath, you don't separate people that are vipers dressed up in empath's clothing. Because I am deeply empathetic. And I can recognize immediately when somebody else is an empath. I can recognize immediately when somebody is faking a smile to perceive to the world or project to the world, and because they want the world to perceive them as an empath. This is not something that anybody would look at others in that situation and be like, oh, they're just judgmental creeps. Yeah, everybody on the fucking planet is a judgmental creep. Everybody has their opinion, their thoughts on other stuff. People look at Taylor Swift and say, ugh, look at her trying to be this gumpy, dweeby, dorky, all-American, blonde-haired, blue-eyed, white, middle-aged woman, girl next door type. And say, yep, those are the type of people that sin from Sunday to Monday and Monday to Sunday, backward and forward and back. And yet you can meet people out here that have scars and tattoos and piercings, and those are the best people. Those are truly the most empathetic people. Are you going to call them vipers in empath clothing because no, say something that you don't like? The only person that should be telling anybody what's best for an almost 40-year-old woman is that 40-year-old woman. She doesn't even have to listen to her parents. And the fact that she says, thinking that anything you do behind the scenes, as far as almost like voodoo, when she says sanctimoniously performing soliloquies. Okay, now really relate that to anything, praying, voodoo, magic, black magic, blood magic, any of that behind the scenes, that it's never going to actually change how she feels, what her heart feels, or counteract the real chemistry she has with this other guy. Well, she's had chemistry with what? How many men has she been linked to? Over 200 plus men she has been linked to. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. That is a very high body count and date count and boyfriend count that she has at her age. And she's only a couple of years younger than me. And my number is nowhere near the double digits. And that's crazy. Because she has this chemistry and this destiny and this heart that never changes and this constant revering, unidentifying, untouchable, unattainable love with every single person she's ever dated or been with or had sex with. And these songs, this is what I mean by this is repetitive. Excuse me, that is repetitive. It is just regurgitating the same thing over and over and over. And the fact that she says, oh my God, you should see your faces when she jokes about having his baby. No, I'm not, but you should see your faces. When she wrote this song, and then when this song finally comes out on the album, obviously everybody knows that this is satire. This is her, just wishful thinking. I bet you Taylor Swift would get anything in her life to have a man actually say to her, I love you. I do want what's best for you. I want to be in your life. I want to be with you. And I want to have kids and a family. I bet you she would give up everything for that. Because it's the one thing she's not getting somebody to actually say to her. And that to me is a red flag. That is a red flag. Because I'm sorry, even the ugliest, worst people on this planet can get somebody to commit to them, to want to be with them, to live with them, to want to have a family and kids with them. And you see it all the time. You see examples of that all the time. But where she says here, all the wine moms are still holding out. But fuck them. It's over. That's really funny because Taylor Swift is an almost 40-year-old white woman. Let that sink in. Taylor Swift is almost a 40-year-old white woman. She has referenced drunk, alcohol, wine, being drunk over 141 times in her songs on all 11 albums. That is an immense amount of times. Plus, just look at how many times she's out in public at award shows, literally drinking, taking 3, 4, 5, 6 drinks, and then acting a fool, acting all kinds of crazy and drunk. And she's going to say all the wine moms, like these are the boomers over here, and I'm over here with the younger people. She's not putting herself in that. She is a wine mom, except for the fact she's not a mom. And that to me is really telling of how she's trying to appear relevant and how she's trying to appear young and young love and really equate those relationships that she had to something that young kids or young teenagers or young 20-somethings today, the Zoomers, the Gen Z, the Gen Zers, the Gen Z people that she can relate to and kind of want to infiltrate them. To not only be her millions of new fan bases today, but she really wants to be relevant in that. But Taylor Swift is a middle-aged white woman. To me, she is a wine mom, except for the fact that she's just not a mom. And I think that this song really shows a lot of resentment. Screaming, but daddy, I love him. I'm having his baby. No, I'm not, but you should see your faces. You know, there's something really deeply sad and unsettling about that. Because I bet you Taylor Swift deep down inside wants nothing more than to be able to be married and to go to her dad and say, yeah, I'm pregnant. We're having our first child. And she doesn't get that. So all this, it's everybody else, and me. I'm going to fight against the grain, go against the grain. I'm going to fight, and I'm going to stand up for this love, this person that I want, the way he makes me feel. This is not love. This barely even touches, and this is lust. This is just a psychological obsession with a man or a new boyfriend, that feeling you get the first several weeks or months when it's somebody new, a new body, a new scent, a new face, a new set of eyes. You know, this is somebody that is a love addict, is a sex addict. They're not seeking loving that person for who they are and the foundation of who they are and what they are. And this song has nothing to do with that boy that she loves so much and who he is and what he is. It has nothing to do with him. It has everything to do with how he makes her feel. And Taylor Swift loves nothing more than to feel like she is in a new relationship with the exciting and the falling in love feeling more than anything else. That's why she goes through so many guys. Or I should say so many guys go through her. Because really what we're seeing is these guys don't commit to her. They don't stay with her long term. And the ones that do will not say, this woman is a good woman. I love her. I want what's best for her. Not only do I love her and want what's best for her, she's so amazing and so beautiful. Naked, dressed, outside, inside. She is so amazing, so wonderful, so talented, and so beautiful that I cannot stand the thought of living my life and dying in old age without having been her husband. And I'm going to ask her to marry me. And I want a family with her. I want to know what our kids are going to look like. I want to have kids. And the fact that all these guys don't do that really tells me all I really need to know about what really goes on behind the scenes as far as Taylor Swift's personal life and who she really is. And these songs, if you really look at them on a surface level, but just look at the choice of words and things she's saying, you really see that. You really see that. This is not somebody who loves somebody for who they are, what they are. She just likes the way that these men make her feel, that these relationships make her feel, that a new relationship makes her feel. She loves that feeling of falling in love. And that's what this is all about. That's what her songs are all about. There's nothing more fake and more hypocritical than that. You might as well just look in a mirror and date yourself then, because really what you want in somebody is for them to reflect back to you what you think love should be. But that's not what love really is. And that's what goes over like a lead balloon. And that's the thing that she cannot obviously comprehend, because if she could, she would have a successful long-term relationship. But I think it's a lot more than that. So this song, yeah, I don't know. I think it's kind of cliche, kind of stereotypical, kind of boring, to be totally honest with you. And I would give this not even a 2 out of 10. But that's just me, and that's my opinion. I'm entitled to it, and I can say it. This is my channel. I can post it. That's just how it is. But anyway, happy Saturday, everybody. I love you all. I will see you on the flip side, and have a fantastic weekend.